One thing about Chris Stevers and the Marshall Dillon Band, when we come to play for you, we bring the heat. We don't mess around. These guys are professional. They've been there, they've done it, and we're bringing a lot of experience.
Well, I didn't stand a chance. There's something sweet about you. I couldn't say exactly. I know it.
We love it when they come to town. The crowd loves it. Our staff loves it. It's high energy from the time the guys come in to the time they leave. Makes me some money. And that's the bottom line for a club owner.
This ain't the way I thought it would be. It looks like I really met my...
I grew up outside of Atlanta on the southwest side of a town called Fayetteville, Georgia. It was Fayette County. It was one of those real cool places to grow up. It was semi-rural at the time. You always knew where your kids were. There were going to be one or two places. They were at McDonald's or at the movies, and if they weren't there, they were probably in trouble somewhere. As a kid, I was kind of a rocker, following Kiss and things like that. But once I was taken to see Waylon Jennings, everything just kind of turned. From there, you had guys like Alabama came out, Hank Williams Jr. came out. For some reason, it just struck a chord with me, and that's kind of where I've been ever since. I started as a police officer when I was 19 years old, and I was playing music then too. And there were times in my career that I had to make a choice between the two, because back then, if you were in law enforcement, you couldn't play in bars. And there were times where I was tempted to walk away from a job that I loved, but I stayed in my career, and I think, it helps build the confidence. It kind of breaks that mold, because let's be honest, on the side of the road, sometimes you got to put on a show too, because you can bet the bad guy's putting on a show. I had taken a long break from playing and playing live in Atlanta. I went through the changes that we all go through in our lives, and ended up moving to Hilton Head. And coming to Hilton Head, I was shocked to find out how many great musicians are here. It's a melting pot. It was like lighting a firecracker, because it's almost like I'd finally figured out how to do it right. And that's why I consider myself more of an entertainer and a showman now, because when we come out, we bring heat. Going to Nashville was probably one of the greatest experiences that I'll ever have, getting to do what I do. And for some reason, I was blessed with that opportunity. I was playing locally, and we were just approached and asked, what are you doing here? And the next thing I know, I'm in a hotel in Nashville getting ready to go into Dark Horse Studios, and automatically was surrounded by some of the best players in the business, and engineers and producers, and produce what we think is a pretty good product for the first time. I've got great players. Some of them I've known for several years. My drummer, Jack Friel, who's originally from Rochester, New York. One of my lead guitar players, Billy Bulls, he's out of South Carolina. He's probably one of the most amazing lead guitar players that you'll ever see. My bass player, Joe Vickers, only bass player I've ever had that plays barefoot. But he's a personality in himself. He puts on a great show. Reed Richmond is one of our guitar players. Reed was a songwriter in Nashville for Sony for several years. And Reed is pretty much the brains of the operation when it all comes together. We've got a great new fiddle player, a young guy from University of Auburn, Eric Reed. And adding that really strong fiddle sound is unbelievable. We play shows from opening for the Charlie Daniels Band in front of 3,000. Played with Neil McCoy, played Lanierland in Atlanta. We've done celebrity golf tournaments, played some of the major clubs that were in Atlanta, the Miss Kitty's and Miss Kitty's Underground, such as that. We've done a lot of work with radio stations a few years ago with the Y106 in Atlanta. We've done a ton of shows in the southern part of South Carolina and South Georgia, from the Brick Oven Cafe to the Electric Piano to the Wild Wing Cafe chain. Bluffton Live, the Lazy Bees out in Tillman, South Carolina, just to name a few. We've pretty much conquered the low country of South Carolina, and we're looking to move forward and move it to the next level. We just got a solid package. We want the crowd to have as much fun as we are on stage, and they're part of our show. Because if they're not there and they're not having fun, then we're not doing our job. We do everything we can to make sure you're 100% satisfied. We're ready to play.